they did this study that you can find online, but they did this study on people who were on their deathbed. And it's pretty famous, but they ask them, what are 5 things that you wish you had done differently, or 5 things that maybe you regret from your life? And, they say, I wish I allowed myself to be happier. I wish I spent more time with my family. I wish I worked less, et cetera, et cetera. But one of the things that was interesting was that whenever they would talk about their life, these people that were on their deathbed, they would always bring up some of the harder times in their life, or times when they made sacrifices for others. And they brought that up as some of the moments in which they were the most fulfilled. And so it's interesting, even, you and I, when we think back to our childhood, I don't necessarily remember every video game that I played, but I can tell you some of the quote unquote harder times, again, all relative, because there's certainly people who go through much worse.
Yeah.
But I remember some of the harder times and some of the times I truly had to sacrifice for somebody else. And that sticks out to me. And it's interesting because in hindsight, we see that. But then as we're going through life now in the present, it's tough to remind ourselves. It's like, oh yeah, when you do hard stuff, when I go out for a run, like that's hard. But guess what? I'm going to remember that more than, this video game that I may play or this YouTube video that I watch. So it's like, it's something that I constantly have to remind myself. It's like, oh yeah, doing the hard stuff and sacrificing for others, that's really what it's all about. And all this other stuff is, just superficial in a way.